say as usual on the Gumbe show. And one of the days, no question, many any JBM Musa. Martin Simbia Mamira Hopa. It's your mammy near Nijimusa. But I will say a sumo minor. She and a yashia. By the way, and then my birthday. Inti Mammy Grace, happy birthday to you. Tredium Punyame on your adum your cassia. Na Oma unyinem fra dum kwa dum. U birthday mfenshi ramra why? Na won peja wonye oni pakese wate. Na nka wo se mi show picture wo TV so na me wo show. Na so ani brinti. Amanfo se ma me nyu. Emu obi ehu. Ye so ne number bi e betata wo. Na me se mate. Enti me wo show. Happy birthday. Na mesere twedi amponyame nhira ema wo ene wo manyina nyame enka wo ewo wawo damre ene program mi dedicate ma wo ti bompa yeta mechi na enye de na yeda eye wodia amen ene manu we no menemu ebedi nkomo brief ba mekwa wo medie mabawo ba menemu eba bedi nkomo. Hey, and then Monkomo be an uncle was me didn't was a rinsu, Musumi refi. Oh, I drink all the same. Yabe bosso. Inti and I atrasi. Mentakra. And then we were very hot. Ya was a memocono. Inti yabako. Na they can form our say. And then Abasem in Chiskabim. The last time nipani be di 5,000 as if no kwasem mo amene mo ye program ti mo den pa o ya me ti program yi sum wadi 5,000 Ghana want to me and kan chem so kumangra ma me send 1,000 krama na fato credit oh mo ti mo den dodo etina last week me bufu ye kra Manchester no nipa be me ensam wadi 5,000 want me krama 1,000 krasa ka 3,000 me fa hundwane wo nti ye na de ndi ada room udi ye ya madoye na. He said the Indian you good pressure, and I didn't see any yetwa. It be trying to Nina Udia. Now, sway my doye. What you say? Aha. One Mohayan Muso be a Sunday, 130 Ghana be a better fosso. Now, so another be chabet. Will be chap mensa capa. A fay be good swami who boya, maybe I may be sorry, Minya I could be not frame, dear Sam was ye. Yes, and this canoe aquacomobi. And a mistake here be do 130 Ghana. Say, make us say aquama number empty and far reverse. Just 130 Ghana. Empty and for say baby 15 days. Still I reverse it. Now come you 15 days, mammy fa cry. Now for chabet him dear mobi. Oh, and now make 2,000 Ghana. So I can also make me your beard. What you say? But it is star 274 hash. Star 274 hash. Now I select number 1 power SYZ. It is star 274 hash. No, now I select number 1 power SYZ. No, now also a disika. It is another edawda and also it is ube to me a disca. Now I enjoy star 274 hash. Star 274 hash. Yetria waba yaban komono. It would do and you're very hot. You baby you try me base here.
Say baby, I take a fall, baby. You can't be on the I'm off it. Don't want you to be now. You're more common. I'm off it. Losing the reputation. Losing the reputation. And members. Losing the reputation for her. Oh, shit, my Hey, losing the reputation.
Cheers to losing the red bitters. Spain. Why am
one time when you want you do and says I feel from FDA, I did the crafty.
Just look for the umbrella. The umbrella. Bahama and the umbrella.
Waiting for our economy.
Obia Bedidi Betcha.
December 7th. I can't wait. Oh, meet to meet day.
As for me, Miss what the rent lava? And yes, I'm mistakenly that. You don't want to take them away. And you have a pet and all that. Chiniano, Samu, and Chiniano, and Chiniano. But you need to know you never saw box to go for Coco, 6 hours, well, and then film la again. So, what the power was so clean. And so, what's so bad at the let's have what to about now saying one. Who want to find so much for from no to the year? You want to engulf me in catastrophic back? Who was the mamma? Only to what starting to about. Say, you know, to a mama, Dr. Fabian Kuma, and can they this is the about tomorrow or very hey, Lord, and I would say that. So, what to about us saying now? Who want to find so much for from no to the year? And now what's it? And I have for Sabi, almost with them, and it will be on 1 day. The woman will be already 18 years and above. I will give the that you did not come from no one or what to happen here. Irrefutably, simple. Thank you for this enlightenment. My torrent. Can you not to what be it, my John Mahama, for walking with it to box and noir? And watching any champion.
What fish and summary with no, and the money who say I can't once and who cast up a packet see and over her, not in Asataya or Casano in Sacatano. But we are doing this, Papa.
Matija Mokanina, Spanish garlic mixture, and then a capsule salaroma, and I'm a pomodressa.
Wow, why a nice Sankasa, Spanish garlic mixture, and then a capsule. Hey, and your mama, you come up.
A woman would get dear for Sunwood, the Pedriano. Now, a voice as a bro, I want to chew hypertension, a tip or restaurant, but you are tired to try gas, a macra, a mania movement of which you promina, a watch, who broke the water and beer, after and
anti as a Spanish jinko capsules.
Spanish jinko, and with the Nura, watch your free, jinko below, any soya oil, and my watch you must down.
Martin says, I am anti-aging and I'm a good retentive memory.
Now you're turning him.
Antec Herbal Center for, and then pharmacies can make herbal shops, and run some of 0266 11 41 11. I pay for a batch of more money for no quadra with the infusing and come. FDA, actually, a dredging cratry at you.
Okay, thank you very much once again. You're passing this evening on the Gumbe show. Now, you wrap up for the week here, no, into and you started star 274 hash, star 274 hash. No selecting number 1 power SYZ. Now, cost one Kabebre ubedi 2,000 Ghana cedis for tonight. Iti enemeno and a year korisa. Now, me start and commono with a certain Kasabia President Akufo-Addo Akoka ewo Ashanti Mantam. No kwasem na me bu omampani na Danko Akufo-Addo say. Anya hwe kura no. Wammo ne ho modern ewo mampani mu kura no. Sabi enyini nti ankobeka no kure e dia ma ne ho. But and then the man say Akufo-Addo wo mu ne ho wo wiase say wo ye mampani. E wiase no say wo ma ho kwan a yese dua e ma ne ho kwan a e na wo dorim. Akufo-Addo nka no kure wo wiase. Na nado Danko Akufo-Addo di nkontompo ne na da e wo de na wiase. Na ma krom ha yete no yanya de wasase ya mehu but krom ha ye wo hu wasase na from wasasia de ba besi wo ni ye wo ye nkontompani nkanokore wo ye pani kanokore na mwa. The reason why when Kimian perform and say you don't read one bong akufado wo ana me no kasa. The reason why when Kimian perform in this country and say you don't read one bong ya me fa bo nchew Ghana for onampani na na do dan kwa akufado akwakotere kumase na seven pediasa yanyan sentwenia wonu so agimi na won kenkan na won hyiabe na won ahokwan ama Akufo-Addo tena nanim etwa ntro. And I believe that radio station was Hello FM. And the head guy not to one. And then King Edward the slave was the one winning. He was the one. A stupid guy like that. You allowed yourself and your media house for Akufo-Addo to peddle falsehood to the people of Ghana, which you know it is never true. And yes, a judgment here in Romania. And then yasada, aye yagin say, you team on Koso, and your father boom the aquarium. Okay, can I heading? Read and create time ever hop and dominate on social media. Mama mi na do ko Akufo-Addo wa ko Ashanti region na wa ko twantro na santreni a woni mi nyansa e tre ho e ma Akufo-Addo tre nanim e twantro mo mi yankon he Akufo-Addo yankobra
mama no bi ni wa so nani e free SHS e no say or trust say agenda 111 no say or so trust say mo bi ni ho ayaya eso ni njinam de ni wo say zoba sane ni no ba betwam na believe say sane men so ebe bo Ghana because it so be omo e ba no ba betwa say free SHS mo agenda 11 off any adwuma ni say so be so beba so say on the say do you better so no be be am be kan one. The choice for me is a straightforward one.
Asabni na mama yanko MPP wa mwankasa budget mu page 133 paragraph 780 and 781 the first ever budget here MPP ayeye MPP frankasa estate ni pay Akufo-Addo we yote ho wo twantro no se John Mahama ba obetwa free SHS mo no wonu Akufo-Addo kro no no ye this budget e ka se John Mahama the starting free SHS for now emi ase no enkontomponi na braba ade obekọ Bible say adiem le abiensia ana ye nyame etan ade nsom na ye nyame yetiwade eni etrani nton eni atro tetrema eka trusam Akufo-Addo at your age we be kan okura na boni a waye no nyame hu mbobo no eni otre eti ne wo ye seven previous anyensa be ne hu one kasama budget we stating wo clearly said John Mahama started free SHS eti anya dana na kwata radio so akwaka said John Mahama ba obetwa free SHS because of boni ene kura no ya wo bogana na wo pakwanya wo be kata oboni sunti no eti mami chantro na Ghana fo nyim ntum na seven previous Asante mai wo munya nkwara Asante mai sabe enya muo na wo mukọ kasa ye woni nipa ye wadwunu woni ndia Asante yo mai umposo kasa mani pati enkontompone na braba aso papa penimima pants 133 paragraph 781 let me read from 81 paragraph 780 in their own budget is education 81 any was the other social intervention expenditures mini kan we mamina woni kan ehwe sade we on the 6th of March 2014 Nana Danko Akufo-Addo koye interview awo Oman FM na 2014 no ana wura John Dramani Mahama ka say ya wura 2015 na oba start free SHS at 2014 ana ka asem no eti na no koye interview 6th March 2014 Oman FM na yentie we say Mahama's free SHS good news for Ghanaians. Nanado Mamiri person was in the 2012 presidential candidate for the New Patriotic Party. Nana Akufo-Addo says the presidential decision or the president's decision to implement the free senior high school education in 2015 is good news for Ghana and should be welcomed by all. In an interview with an Accra-based Oman FM, Nanamu said the president and his National Democratic Congress government, now the NDC government, now considers the free SHS education policy possible, then it is good for Ghanaians. This is what Akufo-Addo said at Oman FM. 6th March 2014. Sasa John Mahama say, when they implement it, and free SHS are good news. Nana do not call for the sorry. Madam, the free SHS buyer. Madam, the free SHS buyer. I said, I'm a free SHS. No, a pure free Akufo-Addo. Look, Ghana for Mama make us a mint no. During the time of Osadefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, now education was free from crèche to university. It was free. During that time, no, university students, I could strike and say, "I'm marry na ntwina ma atento mpako kwa na marry." Omo strike and kwadano etiatia demonstration so marry na ntwina mo ha. Dr. Kwame Nkrumah emo mo sase so mo nye na ntwie. Asem we make adate bebom because eya no me mpemot. Osadefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. Estate. Na enkwadano nyina di free of charge. Eto mo di free of charge no, ade be siye. Ama enkwadano ye demonstration say na ntwina mabo na de ma na ntwina mabo so no say na uko esinema ye won sensan intini ye fe no esinem eyesre eye grassland eti amanfo a wo na ntwie ade fi Burkina North ene Togo Burkina Faso ene Ivory Coast no for ebe be didi no wo ba na ba be dura na ntwie na ode beba no na Osadefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah gi 10%. It was 10% no a na omo kawo de no hono mu didi ko etomo de dia within 10% na me ase no so na omo from no mu didi etomo de dia na so de odi ko ade ade de no etise na ntwe 10 ene age ya ebia wo mo nanti mu ankonkosi no ma wo ebia ne ya 15 na bia ne ya 17 no ade wo mo ne ade wo maba ne wanye wo mo enti during that time no ene ma ye shase conduif e wo soro ho ene na sofo ne a lot of things ne ye no enti na ntwinam ne ya de school kwada ne kwa ebo mudi ana na nadu Danko Akufo-Addo 1971 tienio 1971 woya mra no na nadu ne papa ayeye no ana mo de sese to so say ye twa secondary ye twa sa university from primary ade kono ye twa education ye free mu ye twam ana na nadu papa asade hospital fees act 1979 and also the hombra at the baye and what the bomb say obiako hospital I want to asabre no obiako hospital na free of charge Akufo-Addo papa and the cash and carry the baye what kwata TV suku twantro akwata radio suku twantro papa panimu aden eti Ayowura Rollins the 1992 constitution you amuya no ana mo de say a certain emblem and do so. Young schools free. It took starting with the basic education. Started from Rollins to Kofor. And I'm starting FQ. Free compulsory basic education. And to John Dramani Mahama is the only person that was starting secondary education free of charge. I will come back. Mahama started here. John Mahama and started here. Na so mo se meboa. Omo kasa budget. E no be stating obi ate. Page 133 of the 2017 budget. Paragraph 781 or say other social intervention expenditures in the sector for the period under review included an amount of 71.91 million for the provision of subsidy to senior high schools. Number 2, 25.96 million for the implementation of the progressively free SHS. John Dramani Mahama was spending 25.96 million for the implementation of the progressively free SHS. And on the word progressive, that's all you know, and you free SHS, Anna. Mama Yanshadibi, Constitution can say, young secondary education in 8 different forms. To say technical, vocational, not symphonian, young free. Na young in kakra. And kakra near Ora John Dramani Mahama, a conflict or 2015, will be an e-blockano and was starting to say from Ene Econo and Quadom Kundes to best school Yano, or Munankono free of charge. Ora John Mahama every year, and what was saying about the second phase. The second phase, no, and we saw more that boarding, and then I say for no. Most the say, Abano taking a certain person free and then subsidy no and what it you are a woman you or one cassa stating say and your social intervention. Almost stating say and your social intervention John Dramani Mahama implemented. 1. Almost other social intervention expenditures in the sector for the period under review. What sector? That's education sector. An amount of 71.91 million for the provision of subsidies to senior high schools. Provision of subsidies, no, and I say, senior high schools, no, after borders, no, abino FFIA, not there for the triano of high. It will be aka, now your body, no, and your baby are better than feeding, and an otia. When you kaka progressively it was started 2015 and 2016 there and the count. That is it. And another so by you know we tried the John Mahama and also started from SS1. It's another the SHS1 for no and we started here and we call 2 and a 1 by and a 1 for no more 2 no and we call 3 and the 2 by into sun and another. That is progressively. And to will be a starting baby. Never one cassa was 2014. What's it John Dramani Mahama implementation now what they bano and you good swadia to more. About the same. About the same. Now without due respect. Baby, I would know what we what you now your president will gonna have him. Massa, Jadia, you know. And my woman now cassetia, the mania brain of this year. What a mania brain of this year. What's the son Subanya? Ganam Rantia and Mamba welcome to Woman, or the Tiwatum, some Yako Crabone. It is just a Subano. Can you buy a Ghana for who cook Massano, a Cocobuano, who Trasano, my young way, with the hot the agenda 111. Well, be a hospital I could come to me see. And I want you to say, what just I say, a 2 foundation and what's it dying? What just I say 2 foundation? What's it down? What the agenda 111 and your campaign? Are you serious? When you rock is your penny, I can some of my catch now, I can remember so. What you say, some blue cocabian? You didn't be a blue criminal, Massa, don't joke with us, you never. On the committee, you have said yes, oh man. Who buy be a Segal economy and to say a comedy president? Must be serious for once. Nami Nina ho. You move to the third lesson, Sukraway, and says, oh, I don't know any Mahama Kasa. Jama Kasa Fam. The Pon Kasa be a dance here say, Professor Jena no Pokwadra, a handle over, or can piece of him, or comes if I can. and what can say over 2-3 SHS no must start it no cow na cow ho sika no mbeto ye no maka che Ghana for second father scanim Exim Bank this can ho no problem can say yes government must start free SHS but na cow it's a done and no kwakuta to say anyone start yi o foundation you to our friend agenda 111 kra no what take credit say ya wodia must be serious for once na me ni na ho ye chi asema owura John Dramani Mahama di atudwa
free SHS NDC ye ne sha ase 2015 ene sha ase na se wo hwe social media wo be hu se napo a oye Boamah Bennie ekire okran abra omobeje 2017 no ye education minister o say ye ja free SHS ka 30 million no omo na ababetua na free SHS be na okran say omo betua aka no eye free SHS a ye sha ase no and o say abra omobeje ye na ka 30 million Ghana cedis ho into omo na betua ye enti no and a tremo say free SHS NDC aban and a shase na ye den na ade a ye shase ye ba abetwam ye mom ebe ye di ye se na be ya awofo na nkwada na ya teacher for no emfa so a woso munya free SHS no mu ombenya enti ye ba ye be ma mo nya aduane papa sika ye de man nkwada na aduane ye de be ma school no na school na koto aduane abaye ama homo afen so traffic light no double track ye be ye free ho ezu sana be ya enkwada ni nyina ye bie school a homo nyina abekọ ye makwa ya no homo nyina aba saade na ebikọ
very good owura John Dramani Mahama no na obi ka we ya osu betwam hwe yenkọ hwe nuane a ye de man kwada ne die no yenkọ hwe bi
yo adofo obehebu seki asi gari to anifufu engukura so shada kura ni so agare pa ni pa made in skuma pere asira mo monto kramana na do se sirero se ayer mo ni bia on fanche na de ko de hwe o de so se me bwa hwe gali anifufu engukura shada ni so oh yo adofo obehebu seki asi gari pa gari
What food is this? What food is this? Huh?
Gary.
very good Gary mean cutting kwan Gary I mean cutting kwan ana ba ko no so de ye Gary a ye de nwokọ kwa apete so eno no wura John Dramani Mahama say wo ba wo be yi sadua ne fu we ye fi ho ama nkwada na nya dua ne papa bi wote ho papa panimu aduane a wo de mamanfo ma se nya emu a expire aduane fu we na ade man nkwada di na wo akufo ado wote we wo kana mempo aduane wo bedi wo akufo ado wote we wo kana mempo wo ni sadua ne fu we be manadi but I'm not from Bank School. In the name of free SHS, I'm not going to free way. Some could enemy. We be not going to radio so anything so. I can say Annie or be both with free SHS. Ready, I know the man could enemy. What John Dramani Mahama say? Well, that's send you on the free way. No, obey your floor. I'm the school Sunisika. I'm a media Quadam. The Apostolian, what John Dramani Mahama said, traffic light and what, and Quadam school, Cusco Bosome, no more better fear, Bosome and Sano, or Ba, obey your floor. A Quamba no castle, obey no. When the catch it, NPP for say Timon Koso, and then you must sell, say a Daniel, the drink woman, Tiafi. Eh? Me Timon Koso, me Timon Koso. Some more. I read John Dramani Mahama say, a queen of a faswa, what the Bayer Sadi Wino, and say, Waba private secondary school, Suna, and what a good for the estatic free SHS Tantano, one for man Kahono, Waba what the school Suni in Abacam, and Quadani, ever caught the private secondary school, Suno, Abino. And then in Sabatoso, as a school, so no, I accept say, there was a abandoned demo piano, Wamusuma Jensa, and say Abino Emma Gumbe school once in the or Momusa once in the number, no Musha the student to be. Now Abino make you say, one million good teachers, sir, one better than Quadano, and to the private senior secondary school, so no, about the couple and the good traffic light. These are the good policies. What you know, I say, or Raja Mahama so ba, or Bangu free SHS into one casa, what casa some ye. Now you quay, now you're bombing so many the trewi into the better. Yami Bobo Fabon and Chow. We contum ponipa, a crown canocre, Yami Bobo. I feel the send it to this useless guy. You are winning me and Sankasa and West the time crowd. But when you're Jimmy Hono, Mammy funny to you, see a friend and a bee. A free guy, you want the baby sin on your Jubiada. Unimiansa na dwunsha NPP mu wadie ene wode takasi ni kukukuku wode didi mu no onye ska kakra se ne ho ene jimi enko na TV so ena woye akwakote untumi TV mo Ghana Police Service so bi na tra ha edi sa adwuma no anka mo dimirika etinimu mo ntwem kwasiade a na bibi ye se ho ahwani no wakwakoye si wakwakogina ba bi akwakokase abato na yeto no yeto from number 1 to number 7 number 8 nka ho na yan saba ko na bi woni me say wonim sa abato na ye kwakoto no from number bi aso nka number bi anka ho mo he na bi mu tie no mo he no
ye kwato aba no ye bedu obu anse akoy sport na de fofo si no mama
oh
do nya na me nya woni ani ye nimu bi o se wale na kwase eti me se 7 dia na ye to no jo mahama nka ho number 1 pet. Okay, number 1 pet. Number 1 pet. My kid was here, Mr.
Was say on the 7th about one year kotono. Number 8, John Haman Kaho, a number 1 pet and yokoto. This is the same weather. Wouldn't to me boy, you see a friend or Oheneba and see you do. Sakon sending one what take us one. And then when you're ready, you swap out into a CMO same fan friend. No, Sabeno, the same word and also quarter TV show, Equaka on the 7th election, no, John Mahaman come. Ghana phone him about 1 year quacotono. Oquash should be a chin. Cartan where the man of paper no say anati. Or one was one who was so weird to make her be any. But the cat see the paper no man patient fee. We don't say papa that I come say. Tiano Adaha, her baby, ya, o call a team what that any. O call a team that da many. We know about such person one a wire blank, found Sako Krubutino, Fabo Dumu, Fatim Hop, we are what people on Sakama. Not one one say. Why you say? We say, not Ubumu, Fefe say no area. No one say Adani say, no one say a boom Fefe. Wabra people say we no appear bonten na wo dia kwakọ se adaka ni mu wo wi anu kwakọ je MP de no no sa hwe ba bi atiye no ewo no sa atiye wei no sa kwakọ he na wo dia kosi badwuma no wo ye ne sa wi a wo wie yami owura japa ebedin komo ebia na so na mo mami kan for star 274 hash star 274 hash. Select the number 1. Power SYZ. Power SYZ. Power SYZ. Na fasim. Na bra. Na be yawdi. Star 274 hash. Star 274 hash. Select number 1. Mensaka promo 2,000 Ghana cedis. And I remember din ne. And never yaw lucky day. What and never your lucky day. It also caught found sequoting and as a chassis travel the na be room. About 1 year to one, dear Cacran, watch me, you know. Many day be now can watch back, and as a many day be soon I watch it and yet to abano. Now, many day be soon I watch and 1 year to abano. Minia, Bomading, the team would ye. What could Timbo John Dramedy Mahama and say Ballot to no, men say Pepano, Midiam slow, and say no, men say no, and Tim Mani Pomianu. And from Cotinjo Mahamenim, Fatim Tokron Dan Taino, a on the team, and Peninfono, Besramo, says a campaign of Baby Adruno, you will refuse him, you will refuse him near Satin team, Yan Thomas and eating. I feel NPP vote in a bessay. Now, NPP for a friend of Mimbra. Sha, Besra Christopher Mwagana. Obi bia ye Kristo ne wo Ghana mesra mo nya ntam na opening nkasa ne amra so mesra Kristo ne bia wo Ghana se me be ka asem bi ntim woni mmere mesra kremo ne bia wo Ghana se me be ka asem bi ne woni mmere ma me di twadi amponya mesra mo munti asem ameka no enkramofo no mokom nkotodwane mu a mommo mpa yensumfre Allah se obia wa passa basa esie no embo ni ti so bawamia ani ni team ti asama me kan yi bawamia ni team dia metete atrese amako Burkina akọ Mali akọ Niger akọ Kenya amako Iraq akwa from malamfo akukudam adu ma ba behye Kumase na malam kase bi pawo Kumase adu yakofa sankrofo ni nyina ba ba sele ho na ade omo ye ne se bia metete a kire se omo di nantwie life as shaba bia omo susu se eye NDC stronghold no dia metete a kire se omo di nantwie lives live nantwie e hye ho se dia be yom be ka NDC nkrofo anu ato dia to so biam ene se mama yam se Samira se okwamrantie na di nati no omunyira no moye ne bodyguards ana se samala na ba ye ne bi na di nati ana galafo yiam paibo besramo ye hiam paibo mommo mpaye mu odema Ghana asofo no munkom kotodwanim amo mpaye ba wo miya na malam na egro woni abosomfo na egro woni asofo bi na egro besramo ada asemi abakan matete na besramo mo man paibo ni nyadin emma owura John Dramedy Mahama de omayo madwen so mo ye ne se edi de no a wo beto ba no kura no ne hu John Mahama anim a wontim ma no wadwen bedane no watima ma ba wo mia itemesramo with prayers and fasting. Don't joke. A black cano. A so for quarter. There's the timer. It was a man pipe boom yet ding. Bonia. What done it. It's a mesramo. Mesramoda. Munya huaju mamma. Munya huaju mamma water. Munya huaju mamma you. Mesramoda. Na the ohono. But the atumanim. Yo. Star 274 hash. Select number 1. Power SYZ. Wo be president yedi. Ukoko jina simpie so a. Na wo bonye kutia. Nyame na shirame. Ashiwo. No. Wo president yedi. Tu akutia nyom. Tia yen Ghana fo se nyame shirawo. Na asiyen. Sasen. Na wo ba yen wo suit. Na me dem ye ni chebe kom wo ba ye wo hie ni ba wo kwa by day and said what your school fees one okay no council of state for chairman what be contract Ghana for say no treat taxi we not sikaso di and then we buy your kutia e catch Ghana for say nyame na ehira e na asien etiba o could listen so a no adi microphone no watu nkwasianum etia Ghana for say nyame na ehira no e na asien wo de twɛn na be sia ba bi a yeto aba no na nyame kura no hira wo no a asien no ye be ma na hu say yes yen so say asien a ye de ani bre beto aba etia wo wa be nya gro de bedie wo de ma ni no so on the 7th and the way se nyame hira na asien a ye be mu hu say yes wo ba no na uni kapre it kwatrase ana no we japa esaba be di nkomo na ensem bi a mesa tete bi kyerɛ sɛ MPP for the food flask muntie de ye edu election day no a omo the food flask ade be ko ba bi a ye to aba no na food flask no omo de be ko no omo be ka sɛ eye aduane a omo de kwa akoma omo nkrofo but omo de rubber e be saso na aduane na gu aduane no gu so na the printed papers no egu ase Ghana for Besramo and all the security agents say MPP for duane o man hwe yi a ye be funtum no enkodu because somebody be there food flask no anya nketoa anya kase no and o mudi be gu ase eti munya hweye no mani abre na mu plan a yenso ye betemo na ye tew se watom printing paper by the time a process for that say obi akoko tintin paper oni ate no won be ba no me se won be ba no na ka koba na se awie won be ba no na ka ties no na se awie no ayen so obusu afo kro ba yentumi identify wo de fa be wo so mi wa akwaba we patcho na boko de ye da twedi amponyame ase abotwe emu nsem ekosen.
So far, it's looking very, very good.
Okay.
From the perspective of NDC arrangements towards the election. We are left at barely about 2 weeks to the election.
Yeah.
We are now smoothing the rough edges and then dotting all the I's and crossing the T's.
Okay.
Just to fine-tune everything before the 7th of December. But the master plan for the election is in place. And especially Ashanti region and the Eastern region.
Okay.
The Buakwa general areas. Yeah. Those areas will have special attention. So some of us, our attention is there. Doing all that we can.
Obi eka se mi kirem say previous elections atwa mu nyina no. Area bi te se bantama. Wogina ho a woto aba no obi se obi aba. Obi say hey, asa. Say we agent man this year. Asa. Wana suma wa ha. Obekofia na se yenu review. Na wo ye wa je so be chinchine twa no wogina ho a. Won hwe yi a ehwe a wo mbe hwe wo no. Ukofie kura wonye nipa bi. Ashanti region is one of the places. Yet to me kotuaba. Many part of one wabuofu ametuaba. As we are working kaino. Now but one abru panua e beto yenoso. It's sad to say because nkoma ekoso outside me baby ano. Obi adwene bom se Oheneba ye frem yes ye bewiem omoso mewiem se nwiem se matebi nse se tese enye se bia ye de bibie di na de tie abonten no onim se ye bewiem no awesemu be na onya ansa no akoto aba.
Okay, thank you thanking you for the opportunity to educate our NDC sympathizers and voters. And then the floating voters who have decided to vote for NDC and John Dramani Mahama to lead this country once again and give us a brighter future. In the Ashanti region in particular, you know, What you are saying is true. They've been doing that over the years, where they go to intimidate our polling agents because they are isolated, alone, 2 of them, and they get mobbed and threatened, and at times they abandon their polling stations, and then the MPP can then decide which figure to give us. So at times you will see 500 NDC 10, 700 NDC 21. They decide what to give NDC after they have threatened and then take our polling agents out of their polling station. At times too, they induce them with bribe and ask them to just go sign the pink sheet and go home and go and sleep. We will do our own thing, and then they do it. So this time round, is going to be a different ball game altogether, because we've done everything possible to weed out a lot of the disloyal, the slippers of agents that they've infiltrated into our system. We'll find a different mechanism of identifying them and weeded them out. And we are still doing the final weeding. So everything is being done to get the really dedicated, loyal agents who understand what His Excellency John Dramani Mahama is about and what NDC stands for, and the expectation of Ghanaians, and the burden being put on them to go and do the right thing at the polling station. And the security arrangement, luckily for us, we have all the security deployments of Ashanti region. That is the police, immigration, customs, prisons. We have it down to the polling station level. In fact, from the electoral area down to the polling station, we have up to that level. We know every single police personnel, immigration, customs, prison, deployed in every single polling station. About 7,100 of the polling stations in Ashanti region. And we have all the reinforcements, the commanders who will lead the reinforcements, their name, service number, everything, we have all. So at the polling station there, we also have our party security arrangement down to the polling station.
Okay.
And the electoral area. Because apart from that arrangement, men and women of substance of NDC are all going to be in Ashanti region. And they are going to be polling agents, and they are going to be moving around to give support to the polling agents in the various constituencies.
Wow.
Including the security architecture we have put in place to be able to give confidence to our polling agents and the reaction time. And as I'm telling you, if something should happen in a particular police station, we know the police or immigration personnel there who are there, we know them, and we have their number, and we can call them, and we can mention their names, and we know the officer in charge of them for that particular electoral area, up to the regional commander. So we have all in place. So our polling agents should be confident and know that it's not business as usual anymore. The election in Ashanti region for us is the epicenter of this election. And everything that needs to be done to give confidence to our polling agents that this time round they are not going to be intimidated and be left alone. They will get reinforcement.
Wow.
They will get reinforcement, and of course we are taking the hostilities to MPP in their stronghold. That is where the fight is going to be.
We share election we are. We bet me I say NDC are prepared seriously for this election.
More than any other election.
Wow.
Because this election we have planned it down to the polling station. You are a witness to the ballot printing,
yeah,
and what we have done so far.
Yeah,
things that we have unearthed in the various printing houses. So that should tell you that it's not business as usual.
And the BBC were various printing houses.
Oh, in the printing houses, they were printing overs in excess of what the EC asked them to print. And you have over 3,000 SS printed per each constituency in Ashanti region and Eastern region.
For what?
That for internal operational losses of the printing houses, which they didn't disclose to us until I discovered it.
You discovered it?
I discovered it. And then we put in measures to make sure that they account for them in their distraction. And that was done. So that should tell you that this particular election, the MDC new executives, from national down to constituency, and His Excellency John Dramani Mahama is not taking it as 2020 or 2016 elections.
But what about say no? You free hono. Na still no omo printable actually the mama for so I better than you.
Oh, after that one, we have other measures in place which I can't disclose here.
Okay.
You see, one thing you must know is that MPP, they are rogues. They don't play by the rules.
Yeah.
So if you are dealing with them and you think that you are prim and proper, you have conscience, you are going by the books.
Yeah.
This one is not possible. Any normal person will not do this. Then MPP is not your opponent in politics. They shouldn't be your opponent. Because they don't play by the rules. They have no conscience. They want their results, and whatever it takes to give them the results, they will do. They will kill, they will maim, they will steal, they will intimidate. Whatever they need to do, they will bribe. They are just rogues. So when dealing with them, you must put that your prim and proper conscience aside and deal with them in a way that they will see that you are breaking their bones. You are not having mercy for even the cripple. Then they will understand that you are up to them and you are steps ahead of them. That's the only way you can deal with them. But if you go and then you are just always talking law with them, oh, this one, civil society will complain, social media will make noise about it, we don't want our name mentioned, and so and so. No. Then you are in a wrong, you are fighting the wrong opponent in politics.
Wow.
So for me, dealing with MPP and knowing who they are, you must break their bones.
Opposition is saying, this security issue here, because reason and say, ebi obe to me akasa, but ebi oye se me post bi a, it wachina no me kasa na me wi a, me wachina no wani beba ho so no na de odina kwa akoto no a wo no say position eye na dia no wani beba no na wafa ho no akwa kwa bibi foforo. Do you have any position in this election comparing to the security side?
Oh yes, I've been I'm part of John Mama's advanced security team for his personal security.
Okay.
And then also the election monitoring of the ballot printing, and other assignments that have just been given to me,
wow,
which I'll be executing.
Wow.
Those are not for discussion on the media. So a lot that we are doing behind the scene, and then also making sure that we educate our electorate to know, especially our polling agents,
okay,
to know what to do and what to identify the signals of rigging. That's what I've been doing, because they need to know.
Is it Ashanti region alone?
No, it's not Ashanti region alone. There are certain operations that you can't talk about.
Okay.
You can't talk about.
But Obi was a here so 80 what can say Ashanti region, because make I say 2020 election. Kofa ballot boss will be from Asari so. Yeah, no, we be also. Collation center. Na edu baby boys be ebe scatter yeah pick up. I know them Atibe, I know him very well. Na na yeti asaman. Omo be yi ballot boss no e de kwhwe ho e twa gya to mu papa no Emma NPP no 70 now 76 and then winning election no. So it's let me be say what about other regions and other constituencies no? And also the security no it's a sign is it as so strong as Oka Ashanti region and Eastern region no?
Their security in those other regions is okay because of the structure that the NDC Security Committee has put in place. You know, the structure that has been put in place, the chain of command, everything has been put in place. So far it's good. So far it's good. But then I'm focusing on Ashanti region because, as I've always said, that's the epicenter.
Okay.
That's the deciding factor of this election. You can't be winning 2 regions and lose almost all the regions in the country, and you still become victorious.
Yeah, Ashanti Eastern region alone
take over the executive power of this country. No, there's something wrong. So we need different skills, a different approach to that region. It can't be business as usual. We must focus in that region and break their back in that region. You see, that region, we must bring it to its knees in terms of election and get realistic figures from that region. And I'm very confident that if we do that, that 26-28% NDC always getting in that
Ashanti region, yeah,
it's artificial. We should be ranging around 35-40%.
Oh,
in Ashanti region. That's what we should be ranging.
Wow.
But the issue is that they've been intimidating our people. And at times you realize that maybe in a whole household, they are all MPP. Maybe when they are doing the election, you go there and they say, oh, okay, there's no NDC personnel here. Okay, my son, you make yourself NDC executive.
Ashanti region.
That's what they used to do. So you would think that they are NDC people, but it's the same house, the same MPP, and some of them have turned themselves into NDC, and then they've done the election, and they've won. So you have the impression that they are NDC executive. They are not. But this time around, we are weeding them out. We've weeded them out. You see, Ashanti region, you need to cleanse that place of their election rigging machinery. And we've started it in this 2024 election. And it's going to continue in subsequent election until we bring them down to their knees and begin getting realistic figures from Ashanti region. And let's see whether MPP in the next 20 years will come to power.
Meko Solak Natural Clinic akokudi nkomobiaba. Na meba me no besa trase ne yesawie yankoye. Iti ye ko Solakaba. Ye ba ne ye ba bedu e besa to aso ne ye di nkomo. Star 274 hash. Star 274 hash. Wasama etwa to a de be mo mansa na yako.
The emphasis being country voters ne say. Sa intimidation na omode mo Ashanti region and Eastern region. They shouldn't be scared anymore. NDC is up to the task. And we are flooding there. And we are going to show them force in that region. So they should be confident and come out and go and vote. And when they vote finish, they shouldn't leave the voting center. They can go home, by around 4 o'clock, they should all troop back. And if they see any commotion, any polling center, they should call their colleagues. They should mass up at that polling station there to give support to the polling agents who are resisting intimidation. They should mass up. And in this election, we all know that it is police, immigration, customs, prisons, they are in the forefront within the inner perimeter. So if they find anybody coming there, call himself a national security, BNI or NIB as they call it now.
Yeah.
They have no locus. in the inner perimeter of the polling stations. They can't give any order to anybody there because they are not part of the front line of the security for those polling stations in this election. So they should disregard them, and if they want to use force, they should teach them a lesson.
Good.
I hope you understand.
Yeah.
And those two who be wearing those their khakis coming taking their national security, they shouldn't spare them because they are not part of the election. And especially those who wear the balaclava, mask, the hood. And for them, when they see them, they should mock them.
Wow. Because I will be one of them. Now, Solak Natural Clinic, Akwekudi and Komo. Seriously, pa. Star 274 has selected number 1, Power SYZ. Koswa de cha. Na beju sika didi na inuoma ekoso ye behwe esa se ene ye beka nuoma agumpa sika ebe flow more ene sika be flow pa nipa bebre ebe didi eti won so koso na beje wo de yera fa didi na me sign ma ba be di nkomode afa aduano a ye no ano election day obi ti wosu ha wodi ya memfa sahwi oso constituency na memfa ne sey ye no aduane wo sahwi oso ni yakocheche e de bia kwa akoma obi o wa asanwe so eti breakfast na ebe ye no ebe kwa kodu asanwe so no na about 12 o'clock efe na wo ba benya aduane adi eti wotowa no aka che nnu ya no say oh me kon ma kwa akoto aduane aba me sramo afi police station bia nya na aduane a police station be anya na duane baby aye to oba no women organizer wo ho na ho no yenya oka banku no no de akwa akomo eno no be ye better than say oba akofo be je duane na kantan so na from serious so no aduane wo yo so e de akwa akomo bi o asanwe so no na nkonkodie na ba da drama duane be kokoduru no ankwasa kwa no no kora no amen e na duane so bo ya moma no nye de obu ho aduane no wo ye nye de etu oje aduane na nye ne de no ato atwene o so ko aduane foforo die mo ma aduane ne nye de mo nye ne fie aduane na mo nye aduane fon no mo nye ne yie je tu jimi no ano na no emu ehwam what star 274 hash select number 1 Power SYZ Maniko Solak enkonkodi nkomo e wo Solak ho na memra na Bamba trema ye cha yare sebokiti wo sa asem we da bia ya me na woka na ye very serious it was say we taking so serious on the 29th and the 30th Solak Natural Clinic ebe free health screening a serious free health screening kasi pa ebaso afi mu nyana no Solak enye free health screening bia this is the only free health screening awoye lasted for just 2 days mu ya wie na wo mu wie so mo nya biem na afena kwawie na dia ba ko was taking so serious so was free health screening no a ebe koso no ene say Solak ebe hwe u kidney medical academy as a kidney no ene liver no ye hwehwemu a se one tua kura e wo kidney test no one tua kura no tua more than 1,000 plus for kidney and liver. Now this time no omo ye kidney test no for free untua hwe. Liver test free of charge untua hwe. Wo mo bele obi wo ha o fertility problem. Awon ho aye ne den what try ya ensi so. Eti but still o pese wo. In fact enya wo nyina no ena ye de ko eyem paibo. Me woni pa bebra minim wo mo a Ghana ha na wo ho ayo mo den bare no awon ho ye ne den no okwa abrotira ye hohoro na wodie mu no owo ye ombe ye womb scan e de ama omo a awo ho ayo mo den you know oni pa bia meni na din komo e wo Solak ho otu ana mo bia odi adanse o enya agudie On the 29th and 30th, which is Friday, and then the memory day, Minia, to Sana Mono. Abrosua by 6:37. No matter that. Okontemwa, Obebantem. It is Tuanamona Kobi. Na kokoye free house screen nibi. Na de abako omuna say. Scan no na sefu nyina ombeye nyina na free of charge. It is say ye obia insomnia eha no. Oda na jo wontumi na. Me e wosem kokoye bi because anajo na mentumi na. Betwana ebesi bitrim se ebeto aba na meyem ahyeme ne mama sorry. Ena na mbabiem. Ena ho odin pa. Obi wo ha ono so dana amusua problem ketwa bi besi ntrim a ena ne ntumi mabiem. Eti e wo se wo cheke insomnia. Afi mema no hwe mema na aba no yade ba ko a ekum mema no this time round. Eye prostrate. Let me tell you, Mamika Semitro. There is one guy be. Yeah, born tour. Running behind a presidential flag bearer. Yeah, me no see. Me no see the kidney. And in the prostrate when your problem. Now you will prostrate enlargement. And you will be on the prostrate a shrink. You know what I mean? Obi di ha prostrate na ye kese. Obi so di ha prostrate no a shrink aye ketwa. Media said the morning nyame amfafie na unya prostate cancer. There is nothing ya be no asase so beko. Eti na so la kese. Saudi no edu prostate cancer kra bra na won check man. Ebre no ani. Wo prostrate diabetes ku a ekum nipa no. So when you pressure, now when you diabetes, now when you hypertension, automatically can for man who say stroke your next friend. When you diabetes, or pressure cosro, now hypertension, and then who can for man who say baby a druno, when non cobre boa pa any stroke. Ne come on so a dobeko. Bra. Me hwehwemu emaw so pressure wo sora e de na kofa pressure na wo soro ne baaye e bia na yade bi na trigger e woni padua mu me nyina no Solak natural clinic say twedi amponyame ya adoma Friday and Saturday by 6:30 ne ya start 5 ne ya sorry no mom say edu memene dade no na about 5 o'clock na ni pada so ho dia on be sure mo akopel so bia beko etia ya brantem na kontem e ye free of charge na mom enu no ayede bema wo no so like ho obi a wako pembia no enim say enu no because of say e ye very effective ntino enkwada aduro ni ho eti wo ba bua wo ho Scansa ye beya woni nyina ye free of charge. E mogya mu hwehwe bi on be bia no e free. Na mum enuro no o de bema wo no de. Mame, we betu ya kakra. Because anybody in come several times say Solak no ye enuro no majority ni nyina from KNUST Herbal Medicine Department. Omo no mo ye hwehwemu no ma ye nuro no mo de ababonten. Eti enye ba bi pete biasa eti before say aduro ba ko beba bonten no na ka awuamu no na enye bini eti wo ba one first second kura wonsem kura no 500 Ghana cedis de fa kura fabra kan sika 5 million mani nkutaw esan say enuro no a on beboa no say yenya checkew na ye ho problem say problem bi ene ho a okọ say problem bi awo ho a e was ye no to aduro so a wode obeto aduro so se problem bi so ha e was mo aduro keke no ko a e no so wode be ma wo na wako na mo ba anya hwe kura no o 500 Ghana cedis de mani nkutaw said ye be ya free health screening no obetumi ababi because the screening no nyira no e free of charge but the no de say 2000 and there was some comajawa or betem 4 who are more half and abako, which is 500 Ghana cedis. It's in America say at least 1 Fabian Kurakrano or 500 Ghana cedis near Fakuta Wansem na Fabra na Fabe health and your free health screen nibi. A fay my yamra has say there is ya dear Bakubia a ham man in Benya. June Somu Yadia. Baby, ya John so fun. Ya dear to me better now. Now, Obi Oha, when you're white, when you're gono, and one treaty, and I be white. Obani be to me the bonnet hon summer and say, maybe a white woman so. When he be anywhere, ura him fear. Now what then a charter wa a huntum, and the be ura him fear obe pee. No be pee no, not charter no, a hum, abe fita, when he be anyhow. It's in a ura him fear, said your dear Henneman be urano, sapepe no peso pee. It's in a make come from our semini, I'm a slow. Problem saw facing in Nada Kosolak Natural Clinic. Free health screening nibi. Ube to me call normal health hospital. Omo ye be show come on. So per se free health screening no so ye Friday and Saturday anopa ni start. And family baby a wo so wo sehi wo kumase. Ube to me ba wa cycle. Nemum kai se kidney ni kumni pa hu, liver kumni pa hu. Wo obi wo na na sia tatai. Obi tumi na o prostate, diabetes, arthritis, and memory yade. And sciatica no aba no. And yade nka ye bebre ye keka ho no. Fabra. Oba no awo, ana be ma awo, ehun aye ode no. Bra. Na wo so bewo afa wo afa wo ba. Number ye me ba bebubu esomu yi. Na chroto ho. Na frɛ na jinchi mu bia 0553 93 26 31 0553 93 26 31 0553 93 26 31 o kokomlemle wo be Harvard Senior High School no Fabian 0553 93 26 31 0553 93 26 31 memeneda any ifiada memeneda and a free house screen no ebe koso koye bi na wonso wani enye na utrase che na obehu amamu pa owura Mahama ede ba no a obe fiili papa me twa me ho aba me ba ye betrase na the part 2 of nkomo no ye de ato aso tweme me ba isi ya
Mpenpenso a yabedru wo hemfie aduasa dwumediagu yema makwaba ba me de Moses ayaresabia ene habanu aseyeye ayaresabia aje yini na aje abasobodie bebre yakwadare prostate mu yi oba ne barima wo sensem empemu mrewe oba so original na atiada ene yare nkitenkiti a ehinta wo ni bedwem yewo fidia eye nhwehwemu bi te se digital x-ray mammogram 4D ultrasound fluoroscopy machine ene nia ekeka ho yewo biaya yebema wo ahabanu ene faako a yehwe esimu yare agugu nyina yedi efie duasa wa yare edwumewu ye kai sedie yehwe ye manfo do ne ahobrasie mu yen adokotafo nursefo ni yen adwumayefo nyina beto aso aso wo ma yare hwa country yede wase bebre Ghana somodi mapomuden ahyensa we koma Moses Clinic and Herbal Center wapomuden adamfo ene daachi a edi enim nyina.
Now let me tell you about Safari Valley Eco Resort, the first of its kind in West Africa. Upon your arrival, you are introduced to your butler, who plans your itinerary.
We were surrounded by wildlife from the moment we entered the eco park.
So many activities, all in the same property. visit the gym or the stables, they have it all. At my break, I'm able to practice my potting.
We also went fishing on a man-made canal. Our tour guides taught us so much about the wildlife and how to interact with them.
They used only electric vehicles here. This creates a serene environment. I'm told it's over 1,000 acres. My cabin here sits on 2 acres with a large terrace space overlooking my private swimming pool. Now this is royalty. They have their own farms, thousands of fruit trees. I can also have my lunch here at the waterfall. Quite a beautiful place here.
Visit Safari Valley Eco Resort in Ghana, bringing you closer to nature.
Lawson delay beaters. And members Lawson delay beaters for her. Oh, shit, my name.
Hey, Lawson delay beaters.
Cheers to Lawson delay beaters. Saying, why are
Nansem, one time many power when you feel much, and says I've been for me. FDA, I did
My life wasn't always like this. I worked in a bank. I had money in bonds to cushion me for the future. Then, with the stroke of a pen, my life was destroyed. My bank was part of the 420 financial institutions which the MPP government recklessly collapsed. What was to become the life of the workers? No one in this insensitive government cared. And suddenly, I was jobless. Their incessant borrowing also led to a debt restructuring program that affected me, and just like that, a significant portion of my lifetime investment vanished. Even worse, my lifetime savings from 30 years of hard work has been rendered useless due to the continuous depreciation of the cedi and extremely high cost of living in the country. Now, look at me. The fruits of my toil and sweat have all gone down the drain because of bad leadership. What to eat with my children is even a struggle. God, help me and the many who share in my pain. Let the wickedness of the wicked come to an end. Change must come.
Vote for change. Vote for John Mahama and the NDC.
Okay, thank you very much. After Sibiemo and Komono Ebreno Edu, ya e was say ye na yeda so ewomu. We know every Vasco Omo Jumo, NDC constituency secretary for Swaman, and also at the Kratedi at the Ababe coming sana. You go so yedim komo at the fire bamboni security one. I believe say we know so no very important. I was a king be at the Emamo. Now also still over to me akoso now what they way you know at the Aba star 274 hash star 274 hash now was selected number 1 power SYZ power SYZ star 274 hash now was selected number 1 power SYZ now so what room bowra 10 na bra beka ho na be disika ema enoma etumi enkoso mama read this message kakra bi na yewia ye de yenkomo no e de ababe hye so na we no every this year wo swaman e na watwere krata we e de akwakoma Ivorian government this year twere krata de akwakoma Ivory Coast aban president na enoma won pese ebesie e na ye de emamu na was a Swaman constituency Western North region Swaman that year so cautionary letter from the government of Ghana to the Ivorian authorities. 21st November 2024. Dear sir or madam. Already. Was it the government of Cote d'Ivoire subject prevention of non-Ghanaians from voting in Ghana's general election on the 7th of December 2024? Was it the government of Ghana or no in the name of the government of Ghana? Was it the government of Ghana wishes to formally address an issue of utmost importance regarding the upcoming general election scheduled for the 7th of December 2024? It has come to the attention of the government of Ghana that during the voter registration exercise, some non-Ghanaians were reported to have crossed into Ghana using specific unauthorized routes, namely Kentokwa-Shio, Antukrum, and Chechadi, Lugu. I don't know. And Obin Krum, and a Chelsea Koko. Now, what say? This unauthorized participation undermines the integrity of Ghana's electoral process and violates the sovereign principles governing our democratic system. We urge the Ivorian authorities to take immediate steps to ensure that no person attempt to cross into Ghana for the purpose of illegal voting in the forthcoming elections. Specifically, we request 1. Increase border patrols and security along the aforementioned routes. 2. Collaboration with the Ghana's border authority to monitor and prevent any unauthorized movement. 3. Public sensitization within the Cote d'Ivoire to discourage participation in Ghana's electoral processes by non-citizens. The government of Ghana remains committed to upholding free, fair, and credible elections. We trust in the cooperation of the government of Cote d'Ivoire to respect Ghana's sovereignty and maintain regional harmony. Thank you for your immediate attention to this matter. Yours sincerely, Philip Kwabena Boahi, DC government of Ghana. And Wade Abbey. Yawa! Kata de Philip Kwabena Boahi. And what Rodi Aquacoma Ivory Coast Sabai say. Abatuano Yabatuano. One person be a cross modano. Chelsea Coco, with Faho, so Ragana, Yachua, Assembetu, it is Traum, Metua Baby. Asemi, all these things.
Well, I want to treat this letter with all the contempt it deserves.
Letter of the lady.
No. It's written out of ignorance.
Wow.
Of how two sovereign nations communicate. No, you can just see that he's swimming in ignorance. That is, if indeed the letter is authentic. Okay. It's authentic. Then he's swimming in ignorance. A district chief executive, what is your locus in communicating with another government on such a matter? It should come from the Minister of Foreign Affairs through the embassy of Cote d'Ivoire to their government. Even Minister of Foreign Affairs, we have discussed this with the National Security Institution and the presidency. Because you are talking about the voting rights of a citizen. And who is a Ghanaian coming to vote?
Okay.
All those who are qualified and have a voter ID card. And you can only get a voter ID card. First of all, you must have a national ID card. Okay. You have a voter ID card.
Yeah, yes.
So once you've gone through the process and you have your valid voter ID card and it's not fake, and you are residing in Cote d'Ivoire, or you have a business doing in Cote d'Ivoire, because you've crossed the border to Cote d'Ivoire to go and buy things, and you are coming back on that day.
Yeah.
You have the right to come and vote. You're not a non-citizen.
Hey.
Or you have your family, part of your family is in Cote d'Ivoire, and that part is in Ghana. Because that's what happens along the border.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And you have your valid voter ID card. You are a citizen. You are qualified to vote. You can't be disenfranchised because an alleged letter is coming from a district chief executive who doesn't understand governance. And they put him there as a DC and he's writing some letters. I don't want to believe that letter is authentic because it's so I'm just being charitable with my choice of words. You know? So I don't want to believe that letter is authentic.
So let's take a step because ebia obetumi akwakudu akurase ni bisano sa akoya watro krata say no kurase letter no free no wa waye no akurase gangari asano obekọ no asesa boy sakwakudu obi free no abakora obeka so mani nwuram automatically o mani trauma ni bi so eti se bibi sa sia ade no mo mote border no so no monye.
Well, I want to take this opportunity to indulge the IGP and the various security institutions to probe this letter, to find the veracity of the letter, and take immediate action, because this could create chaos in the election.
Seriously,
if this letter is not dealt with to prove its veracity, and is left to hang like that, it will create a problem, because NDC is not going to tolerate any intimidation tactics emanating from this letter.
Sure.
So if people are going to vote and they have valid ID cards, voter ID cards, and they are being stopped or restricted from voting or denied from voting because of this letter, this alleged the content of this letter, there will be chaos. Because NDC is not going to sit and allow this to happen.
Because there are some Krobia Brahafo region. Na Krono, your pipe is a Krono. Na pipe no, o cross pipe no, no Ivory Coast. A Kroma Quibum. But no cross pipe no, no Ivory Coast. We see pipe no ever ha, o Ghana. It's in the parliament to Ghana, how we are Ghana. And so a Kroma Quibum to Sadia, Onam ha Yanamosu, Onam ha obete, yes, we would have oh ha obete say, we would have Veno. Very a bienwa, a chesse, Wakroso Aveno, but Yabaka say, we would have, and na Onemua Ukui. Eti obuti Kroba Kumua, a yaboda town, and I say, a yaboda Krakaka to say, fine, a yaboda, a fool, no my established Krona, Ukudada. We just cross her and Kukuraha, we will have the next town. Uraha, we will have the next town. Sada Kurunity. It is a say no, met me a Ghana. Ya Oko Kuroso, or when I catch, or when a Ghana fool. And so Okrosoha, why would I be Kusukroso Abaha? It's every amateur, now rented the Dan Crow, have a fool, Masasiwa, it did ha. Let me say, Mima won't cross so much. Mima won't behind him, Mamma for the Ghana, but I was so some moon, Abaya. Wabra be Crobers, your Ghana. What's Africus, but Lucy Ghana, no, the Africus. Because a Kroma Quibum, yes, Yaman. This thing, if he.
That's why I'm saying that once you have your voter ID card and captured in the voter register, you can be in Cote d'Ivoire doing your business. The D-Day, you can cross your border with your voter ID card and you come and vote. Because you've gone through the process and qualified as a Ghanaian, a citizen of Ghana to vote. So someone can sit anywhere and say because that day or a day before you are crossing the border to come to Ghana, no, you are not a Ghanaian. You are illegal person coming to vote. No. Once you are qualified, and you can come and do your voting. So all NDC voters and polling agents and executives along that border that the man is talking about, they should resist. They should resist and fight whoever is going to prevent people from passing through that place to vote. So long as they have their valid voter ID card and they have their national ID card. Once they have those two things, they are Ghanaians. Yeah. They have every right to do their normal business and still come and vote. Free movement of goods and services and personnel. You can move to any ECOWAS country and that day drive and enter Ghana again and come and vote and go and do your business. Wow. Because you've got your voter ID card. You've got your national ID card. So I don't really understand the purpose for this letter. But as I'm saying, I don't want to believe it's an authentic letter. Okay. Because it defies the way governments communicate. Sovereign nations communicate. It defies it. So I don't want to believe it's authentic. But knowing MPP, now as I told you, this country is being run on autopilot. We don't have a president. We only have him on paper. but we don't have a presence of substance. So anybody can do anything they want with impunity and just go away like that. So I'm saying that NDC should stand firm in those particular areas that letter is mentioning and resist any intimidation in that area.
So I'm in that area.
Good. And the police should take action to protect legitimate voters who have business in Cote d'Ivoire, have farms in Cote d'Ivoire, have shops in Cote d'Ivoire, have part of their families in Cote d'Ivoire across the border, who they move across the border on daily basis.
Oh yes.
So that shouldn't be the criteria for denying them in exercising their right to vote. So for me, this letter, they should take it up and investigate and find the veracity of it.
Okay.
But, there are other issues that I want to address before our time runs out.
Okay.
Especially on the ballot paper.
Yeah.
I want to pass this message to our agents. You see the ballot paper. I'm taking this one as a ballot paper.
Okay.
When you go to the polling station as a voter, they will tear this ballot paper out of the booklet for you, flat like this.
Okay.
Okay. So
now what do you mean factory name fra said you be your man for better see.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
So Oko polling station where
very good.
On better paper now. A flat say ya.
She did see.
A flat say. Nto motimawa. Now ko vote ya. Odo okokromoti emia pad na ink pad na
eduro no eda ho no
eda ona sa odi mia na vote wi a obefa ntomago no ya na odi a paper otom no ansa na ubesa sa obefoldi.
Okay.
Na o foldi a ubukem ubutu so say first nti say
ubu ni tintin mu no
ni tintin ubu ni say first.
Okay.
Ansa na wase bum ba ko say
obebu ni tietia no.
Ni tietia no.
Okay.
Na odi akokotum. Na dia mpese NDC polling agents no. Observe it. And anybody standing along the permissible perimeter during the counting, share box no to her.
Yeah.
Now for the sorted ballot papers out. Say ballot paper na sort no. Ballot paper be obe who say bumi more than once. Unse the tintin say no.
Yeah.
Ube bumu say. Ube bumu say.
Yeah.
And found their crochet. So who say ballot paper be a bumu mienu.
Say obumu say no. Ebu ni tietia no say buni biom.
We say buni biom. Sa ballot paper no a suspect.
Oh.
Yes, a suspect. And according to a suspect, they say, so more babe stuffy ballot box na.
Yeah.
Omo de ma omo nkro for so omo fan ban be shemu. Because ballot paper na ten. This time it's about 12 or 13.
Yeah, 13, yeah.
Enti ewa. Enti ubu ni tintin etoswa. Ubu mu say ya etoswa.
Yeah.
Now some bud ba ku biemu.
Buni ba ku biemu a.
O say bud ba ku biemu na.
Still no, I say
tintin.
Ai, and I say mun sure do. Say we no.
Good.
It is about something like this.
Good. But where the etia ba ballot paper na kasa.
Yeah.
Tintin.
Okay.
Enti obumu ba ku na. Still ewa. Enti on to me fan share long sleeves ni. And brazier no. On to me fan share hoye.
Sure.
And now the shiny pant na see her on to me fan share hoye. Because ewa.
Yeah.
Enti on ba se na bumu biom.
Said ye be mu be
etia. No mo timi ya show mo ho. Enti so mo sort ballot papers na out.
Yeah.
Now who say ballot paper bi o ho a ye bumu mienu. Enye ba ko bo bumu mienu a. No who say sa particular polling station no, sa box no mo ebie no.
Yeah.
Foreign material
eba ho.
Enti NDC polling agents no, you should be observing and looking for those signals.
Now what can say? We no me suspect say obi e na wi abetum. Bi kwa ho a wo be bie mu no. Oba say ebi kura na ase etataso wom. Ase adoso kakra.
Meba ho.
Eti say eno no o ka say omunyi mfim na so mo sika so omunyi mfim.
Meba. Wo de wa say me say unka say omunyi mfim immediately. But no be ma sign say
obi
owo the foreign material bem.
Okay.
Right. Now what was our sign now? This is what you are supposed to do. At times, no, say, Ukako votia, not so much intimidating NDC pooling agents, and I'm not bribing NDC pooling agents now, because we are all human beings.
Yeah,
bribing is possible. So, some more bribing almost what? It's official, no. Instead of bet one pooling ballot paper, ama sa MPP, Nina Okako voting bottle pono. Or betty by 3 and 5 ballots and your money at once. What do I say?
Yeah.
And tell no son or caution box boot no not on plenty we are. On to me Franco 2111111.
Yes.
What do I say now? And see within a boom. No a folding no a boom but we boom back up not their cotum. Because of course several times are Obiabe
no custom.
Aha. International almost sorted. Esa we share ballot papers now. E boom mienu. Or more no. Who say no. It means easy official now or two hono.
Yeah.
He's complicit. South Masiana. Aha. Now the only fair bonte banedie. Boom more than once.
Okay.
Because esa mo fan show mo NCA. What do I say? And so more signal.
Okay.
So what did me na me check.
Yeah.
Aha. Now who say we are that's a more kind. Now almost sorting out. Now all kind. Okay, about say dear when you buy 500 from the ballot paper.
Yeah.
Now Oko BVD no one press F2. Oh. Who press F2 oh BVD this one. Who the total in Crawford you have verify. And you put what you say. I want 90 buy and then 2 abana you have verify. And 2 says our number no less than 500 now more counting from the ballot box now.
Yeah.
No say foreign material abim. Other say easy official no eti bebre edima obi and I say ona ko fi abonten and
the beka
or the beka no. Say what man say na.
Ma me say question we say. Ma me F2. Ma who say e be a figure say na woso. Na de say obi nso ba ne nsa no oni kan ekoye verification no na ne nsa no ye kama wa adwa ma ne nsa no na sene etu okode ko na wo de koto afidie no so a afidie no hu ne biem afi obi se yemfa tomato so horo ne nsa bi wa ya so yemfa omo obenya ho nsa ne nyina still wo de to so a afidie no emfa nsa no so obi koto abasa no de ne nsa no ko na wo de to afidie no so na afidie no ntumi amfa ne nsa no a ema ma ne to aba no a ne to aba no a se reflect obi VD machine so
and there's a process for it.
Okay.
And we have a manual verification.
Okay.
No call unse ekuafo no because omo doni asoni omo yedwumaden aya no omo nsem no ebi no omo nsem na yedin pa and omo lose omo fingerprints and sanya no aha so eba ne sa na say BVD ni entimi empeke ne fingerprints na
sure
yet on voter ID card authentic one omo checking the din efa ni picture efa serial number bibia efa ni code bibia efa ono obaye manual verification no polling agency na no mo card yo mo card e de mo enti obia wa qualify to vote a o mate ballot ama no a okoto ye no o mo take they will take one enti o mo take sa enti no so ye manual one from the BVD
okay
what you say na enti do mo ye manual verification so o mo take your card ne so enti se mo at the end of the day no say who said the map count to a box no ballot box no 500 now BVD 450 what you say it can be 450 and then there 50 now akano manually verify
okay
o check your card now o take now who benya the right 500 no
okay
South Masiana no say who the auto no say nipa number physical
okay
and I'll take here
okay
and to who card no better with the one na box him. And even manual verification, you know.
Yeah.
That's why you're sitting down there taking the records.
Yeah.
so there's not issue at all.
Let's
what am I saying?
Yeah, Mama say.
But the can say
me patch me bo, mama fa we mfa kan say. Matebia wo so kan ase. Na mama fa we so kan say. Now, ye to aba no. Ye to wie ye no. They said you can say metike no. Me take 500. Wo so take 500. But ye kan and na me fa say bia BVD machine no. MI ebia ye fa say 490. Lipa 10. And e ba ya manually verified nti mukra 50 ukra 500 mukra 500 say afrafantoni ne ba ya ono so etk 500 sa but ye kwaka ye no na almost 600 and a box no mu 100 na aka no ye renden
so
ye be free wine him
and better no
okay
and so yam fan say almost 500 na ticket no extra BVD so actually maybe 490
yeah
manually verify 10
yeah
what am I saying including your account about 500
sure
so what am I saying for 500 a piece okay now more counting what ballot box in the one kasa no physical ballot some counting when you
600 yeah
100 over so what am I saying okay now before on back counting almost sorted MPP NDC Afran almost sorted na the me capture me NDC pooling agent and say because yeah NDC for no sa a criminal act no ye
okay
ye so right away check the MPP the normal sort no she serial number of the ballot no oh yes now serial number either so be say serial number no or my duplicate no say 223 almost say another 223 duplication
yeah
no more ye free mu but way back free mu also and I say obo say out of range but normally out of range no more time here because I know it's easy to catch them and you umbe duplicate the same serial number hoping say e be for we so
yeah
and no na say on check na mo ye no free mu and mo ye no free mu the right figure of the MPP ballot papers so what am I saying because omon konko wiama afafanto
yeah
enko wiama NDC so what am I saying so check MPP there no and make us say who say almost sorting and almost sorting so on by the fast because electoral commission official now ebia no account mo wi no a onim say o te be 5 and ma no ya o say the be can bom no o no o by the 10 time we secretary we be mu so you the polling agents I say bie weni eagle eyes now we should say ballot beg the bom nyino amiansa no say there's a problem there and our ballot people be no mo bukamu 2-3 times more than the one no
okay
no one say so asem ho no mo enti say bie weni ndu hwe say nyema ni nyina a bit difficult say even though o ma smuggler ko shem easy official na bo mo but I want to make count and record your pin sheet because watch your
yes pin sheet yes pin sheet no my no because ukumawu you do one pano na ya trotro pin sheet no so da and o de ma say oh monsen sign preko na ye mfanto said ye be ya ye nya wie no na ya tro figures no ye de ahye so ye koto aba me agent mako me duru ye no pin sheet no yedi kan atro so anopa no adeda ene yade amam se mensan say na men so mfa
okay and also your antidote to that
okay
in the sense pink sheets no ina no and with serial numbering just as the ballot
oh okay
they have their unique serial numbering and a polling station code so I was one more I was so what am I saying so at the point of distribution of the ballot and the pink sheet to the various polling stations, all NDC executives and polling agents in charge, and so move for serial numbers of the various pink sheets,
wow,
and the code number, because say I want to be bribing any polling agent, because I want to imagine say, Sikandia, Omo Bebre. And see about polling agent one of a man is on 50,000 Ghana. Anybody who be that? What am I saying?
No cost.
Cranny or 50,000 that. Or they call the business. And so okay. Mo already prepared pink sheets. Omo the abase sign my keke. Na yentwa yenfe figures in guso. Wa sign it. Thought Masiana. Aha. Anything you can say, see, serial numbers now. Edia, Nasa pink sheet this no, on my printed, I duplicated the same serial numbering. And no one bet me, and go forward to me. So, on bet me, I printed another pink sheet with the same serial number, duplication, to outweigh our people at the collation center.
Yeah.
That is almost be a polling agent, and I almost intercepting between the polling station and the collation center. Some of the aircraft. There's someone you say, maybe can say, as soon as they finish the counting and declare and fill the pink sheet, no, all the electorate, I will vote here now. Me say, Mama Kofi, original perimeter, no. I insist to say, before they move out of the polling station, they want the copy of their pink sheet to be pasted on a tree or on a wall. Oh, with the figures on it, sir. Yes, Sana voters Nagasano. Take a snapshot.
Say you know, Yachro. Now, men father say, meaning pink sheet no, yeah, the carbon say inside, and I say, Ning and I do watch.
David, Uchro Bakua. See, my no Uchro Bakua, a carbon into the second one, third one in a bear.
Oh, okay. It's men father say, be a metro, you know, and what me the amame, what Afrafranto the amano, what NDC, the what NPP, the NNS for. Only I was so the Marcos on the Tally police station, or the Tally police station, one a Diamu wall, who I saw fan Tally for electric now, no wait, me almost wire witnesses to the figures on that pink sheet. But in the about to no move in Tally home by you. And then that's why many abreno. Mema obiati asese every voter na ayamra into every voter and insist to say pink sheet no omun paste no wall one adua ho na mo kwa no say picture mo ka so o mini guru wo ho etimi tumi fa mo ba bia eti wo de na eno no wanya ndan nti eno na make che electric ni say electric mo kwa a special NDC electric na on be gina for count no yeah o kwa for super glue ko one for super glue ko and for starch on kind of starting ko na fako and for stapling machine yeah fako so electoral commissioner no official na catch say omu ni super glue yeah omu ni starch omu ni shomo timi pay say catch you obi wa ha o am obi wa ha be no agent now they about ha no ma obia take picture e dey to social media so right aha yenye sir and am the solid grabber. Now they are tired. Good. Now, it is a check on the NDC polling agent. If your person on the bribe, not on swap pink sheets. Yeah, that is on my printed pink sheet with the same serial number now. If the pink sheet had the same serial number, only call collation center now. You go for no more collation center. I want to me argue because they will see the pink sheet with the same serial number that. On more record the answer, I call police station. Sure. So to myself, but someone insisted on some paste here. Your system, yes, you bring your copy into our data. Oh, okay. What to myself? Okay. On more collection center, on more you send your cross check it. But another issue, I did about some person, your polling agents, someone check it. No man knows uncle for it because on more rogues and on more 419 your panel. Yeah. Normally, no. Figures now on but voice now on but 14,000 on which in voice are almost a different from the figure. Sure. Until later no almost started happening with the wedding. Na figure me a short of the wedding. Until we are now almost amended figure no. Na any wedding na be South Masiana. Aha. And to who polling agents and so making sure say before we sign it, the wording of the final resource is the same as the figure. South Masiana 14,000. Now ebia watro so 40,000 west no. Those were maybe a 40,000 was here. But figures no or you know 14,000. What do you want? Because you didn't pay attention. Yeah. What am I was saying? For example, you have to say be a more vote west no the real
mo count here no for that particular polling station.
Yeah.
Ebia na left and say ebia 20, maybe say 23.
Okay.
23 hypothetically, right? Okay. So 23 what do you say 2 no obetima 10 asie no ebia be 3.
Yeah. Now 33.
South Masiana. Aha. And you know, polling agent no what was it 23?
Yeah.
Until you're okay. When pay attention to the wedding. Now wedding I got 33.
Yeah.
1,000 or 33 so. It means Muria Ombe amende asielo
2 no.
2 no. Ombe asielo na be 3.
Na the worst na ye
But what's it? Because only meticulous.
It took Kodru no one. We don't see about serious 33,000. Say that you 23,000.
Banko share anywhere is no correspondent. What's sign anywhere is no correspondent. Oma automato. So what must you aha. So when I make person mention almost say where's no any figure no or pay attention to it. Because one almost set a trap no. So we be an far almost set a trap no. Anything I want to me say almost so many ways of winning. Yeah. So because omo street guys. Omo sa PhD masters in kana omo su ade sa na omo prim and proper they live by their wit. They are survivors on the street. I hope you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, me too.
So only omo daily.
So one the street no so
only yellow. They make an on tiase. What you say? On tiase. Until you say almost set a trap no the wedding. So what you
yeah.
Intimate agents, all our agents should pay attention during the writing. So what you they should pay critical attention in that area. And I more go for so more pool a collation center no.
Yeah.
Pink sheet ni bahwa. Before move pink sheet biana sa move be tabulate aggregate all the polling station figures now.
Yeah.
Or making sure say or mark reference to your data of the original pink sheet a free polling station. You try a picture at that particular polling station SNA. I want check it. And I want check here. They should only be checking on the serial numbering to say, oh, serial number and corresponding to its authentic pink sheet. No, they could have printed a duplicated serial number and swap it to our polling agent and bribe him along the way. But what we should be looking is that some wedding no and a figure no are almost snapping at the polling station no.
Yeah, the carry down no try no.
You try SN no. So even if the serial number is duplicated to outwit you.
Yeah.
Figure no wedding figure no a wedding no and a figure no must correspond with the one that was snapped at the polling station. Say a different it means that they change it along the way between the polling station and the collation center. There was an interception.
Remember the final one nefi.
I hope so. What the
the final one nefi yenya ne yenko. Yemra way you be fast way you be transmit it with the information no. Because from there 3 days ebe obi otiga na habi enim say MTN edi na SEO pechampo o download a just a restart your phone one way abeka say jama credit kro ni bi your phone so na etasuve network no asase ebubo nani ama ene media foundation for West Africa any one organization bi ekabo mu ama womo edge the government say a man shout down social media and data system. The ecosway ebetumi any impact biana ewo kwanya ye faso your information every year kurase e de ebe because amanfo ka say oh mo so be fa ho wo be shout down the system and I say wo how be say a triple na some of the network na e be say akwefes anote abawuam ne hake no na bibia anya adwuma are we going manual or digital, how to protect it.
Okay, Minia, the time I can say all Ghanaian voters said this time round, NDC is immune to that data transmission manipulation. We've gone beyond that.
Oh, okay.
We are immune.
Oh, okay.
Because you say birds, if birds fly without pigeon, hunters will learn to shoot without missing.
Yeah.
Good. And you know, we've done exactly that. So Ghanaians, Omo Commander Omoyem. They see 2020 where almost slow down your coalition system. Yent minya information in Bantam. Your cage, you know. Any CBU. This time around, you benya your results so fast that they will be shocked. And I make her say, you benya your results, you benya your provisional declaration of our results. You be declaring idea. Say the idea. Ya tabulate idea. And you will say you win it. You be your provisional declaration. Then we'll wait for the EC to come and rectify the declaration. On ratification. But yes, you may declare a provisional one, and we'll declare and ask all our supporters to go on the street and jubilate. Hey! All across the country.
No, I don't know. I'm not taking how many days, you know.
Oh, I know. Few hours after the voting. Me say this time round, Ghanaians who say, NDC is going to protect your ballot. And we are going to make sure that we tabulate everything far ahead of the EC and MPP. And we will declare our provisional results.
You may be about 5. I will show about 9, 10, 11.
You start getting the signs. And NDC people should prepare and wear their white dresses, have their powders for the celebration.
Wow.
Whilst we are waiting for EC to ratify our provisional declaration. So MPP for Ntiasia. So Omo Unanimous Football Club rulings.
Yes.
Omunko. Yeah, you need a football club nasem. You know money asem.
What's my chatro?
Master a chatro say. Omo be call polling station ho. O ma sha sa balaclava.
Yeah.
On our best says I
come to be I share some mask no. Yeah.
And I say almost says I almost car tea. And the cohono.
Tete militia for the no.
On the cohono. Omo who say Omba Kusheja.
Okay.
Because a corner on the first I could do hono. Sa kwani na jungle. Eyura. Bibia betimisi. Enyo mu kwa jungle is neutral.
Yeah.
Bibia betimisi. Enyo mu kwa no mu ntutu.
Yeah.
Ana enyo mu kwa no mu tu Ghana hase. Otumasiana. Me say message no mo.
Yo.
Because at the polling stations no, police following omo rank, omo service number and name conspicuously displayed on their chest. And omo dini na your records ni na. And to say on come was our police station ho.
Yeah.
And our own car reinforcement team, which is part of the deployment. Our police for 9 years. You have no business coming there to operate there. Now will be sorted out.
Now what about say? Nankami Jawa Mwakona, we no so no account say. Catch myself. You will police for the soldier for. Now omoka ho. And omu display to choose ano. It what about say? Ebia to say the oka say yen will be a number, yen will be a say. Na officer be anapeni bi Emma fire. Now omo fire. Tima mu phone ejina hono so no. Omo ye de no mabo mo ban.
You see, your ma order say fire, no fire just like that. Your rules of engagement.
Okay.
And your graduation levels. Before you do fire no, your graduation levels. Oh, you're professional. I'm going to make an answer. So it's not just when we say confusion about fire. It doesn't work like that. So even a good police force, they will have what we call internal security operations, IS, in the military. IGP by inform CDS no. Police will request the military for intervention, which means that the AC no, our particular polling station or an electoral area, and as a constituency no, abu almost law and order and break it down. And Sana Omobe must make that request to the military through the CDS. Then there will be clear orders with rules of engagement. And every part of Ghana at that in the military will be on the area of responsibility.
Okay.
All the commands, the battalions, they all have the area of responsibility. So on that tax that particular battalion now, with that incident falls within their area of responsibility. And the orders will come very clear. And the area they are supposed to go. And what they are supposed to go and do. Omuria and Omu restore law and order. They will hand it over to the police. And go back to their barracks. So military Nangasano, they are not part of the front line of the election in that perimeter, within the perimeter.
Or for reinforcement.
They are there to help the police, to beef up the police, to restore law and order.
Thank you.
South Masiana. So military no moon cancer in that perimeter election in
Mate, you may say she be Mansana Yatuabano. Let us say.
Okay,
you may say Thursday and Sana, the Friday, Saturday, Yatuaba, Medaspa, Yamika. Yeah, the Julian SC, now Menda, you read that pass say, and then you know, Asia, and you didn't come on. Minim so Philippa, Marisa was saying, happy birthday, BM, and then I would that part, Kedian Punyame, we see the papa, now when you're the cashier. Nanki was semi twan so asemu nkomo no ye me de no se na ni nyina so ekọ mame first day modroma edu eba clinic SMB test na wode amaye no na numbi na entumi emwa wadaroma eduro no boa me ma ne mba nyina nti SMB test nya bi no ma ebeboa mo adinjaw ma so atumi agina so papa eduro no ye kama onumbia eboa frɛ 0558 379545 baby eto eduro bia no wobenya bi 0558 379545. Mami can for Spanish garlic mixture and in the capsules. Na emfa emau. Na Spanish was here for two and himself when I said tata. What do you know? Ujun so be bad cholesterol, any menstrual disorders, arthritis, halitosis, gastric ulcer, any menstrual disorders. No, what do any? Mami can for emau Spanish garlic mixture and in the capsules. No, one no ma ebwa ubenya du halo seba tenateba repash udama. Equus Pharmacy, House of Drugs, and a card, and a dependable Kufrodia Subenob, and a Gapson, Ubenyabi Elho. Over to me, a friend 0266 114111 0266 114111. Medmosis Clinic and Herbal Center, and a Tunisa, and the Afremi. Medmosis was here fun to when we say, Papano, where they aba into Bia, prostate disorder, sexual weakness, male and female infertility, hypertension, diabetes, sciatica, typhoid fever, malaria, stroke, and Yadian Kayano. Fabra Medmosis will be any say about prostate. Obama de papa Fabra na one saw yade Emma Eddie Gemra. Adentaberi on the police station in Shenmo. Across Central AS of 4 Dynamo. A Jacojo on the school for the deaf in the Kumasi Hinema Kokobing. Friend was 0244 068 447 0244 068 447. Ghana Help Therapeutics. Ghana Therapeutics or the Ghana Bam Eddie Abasa Sabro. I want to tune weapon waposuko today. We're Tini Bremo Cassette, Wedu and on the code flu. When ya Garabama ebeboa your Ganaman capsules, ya and also bigger, stronger and longer. Ebwa me man ma what think feelings no when ya said do inuma it me bua mo jinas papa. Iti debia memwa efe prostate so no ebeboa prostate ne joy or prostate enlargement ne yade enkaye ka wono. Ne nyina no kope Ganaman and a prostate joy na enyi emfri ho. Obetimi afre 0244 7543 0244 7543 80. Safari Valley Eco Resort and Yadrusono. Safari Valley, the best place on earth. I've already told you. So maybe a fe no aquachilia. A Safari Valley, a hona was so called. Omo Edukrum Okre District, a hot and more. But so every hour caught wedding birthday party engagement. Program be a person will be out person from 0596 914394. A hot nipa tako pentu kwa eye buku reservation 0596 914394. Finally Medmosis ɛna yɛ kanfo no amamo X natural mineral water was simply natural person so be no na emo na gina so ne no papa etumi enko so Solak natural clinic ye na ebo ho ne ho dawuru no obey free of screening on the 29th and 30th memne dey be ene ne fiada ntie fiada ene memne da no free health screening no ebe koso etibra bi fra 0553 932631 0553 932631 ene Omuamadi no nipa ba ko na metumi abon number for the sake of time. Iti number ni 0545 5557 tie 0545 5557 last two numbers in the memo wadi 2000 Ghana cedis and those ya wo mo eka ho. Kwabra ketua former Western North Regional chairman na wo ye vice kwabra Metia papa and will be bia or Sembrani Adaje, Ambassador Sampiali, Papa Yami, Chedi Ampono, we shall now when you can see papa. And I demo is see, you ever say she be Yami Aduma on Thursday, same time on the Gumbe show. You ever saw Trace, and idea, Betriacaso, Kumangra, the one for Oheneba Boamah Bennie, and Kofi the boy, and a big mic, and he said, Ready, the Bremo. Yakramo for tonight, you ever say she be. Bye bye. Bye bye.